Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maddie and I'm so excited that you are here. Today we are doing a fun little bookish video. I am in desperate need for a Monday reset. My room is an absolute nightmare right now. I also want to get through some of the book that I'm currently reading, which is Edge Dancer by Brandon Sanderson. Continuing the Stormlight archive, of course. And then I also have a book haul to show you guys. Some of these are books that I bought in London, and then some of these are from a friend, and then other ones that I just bought at Target recently. So today's video is going to be a super chill little reading vlog, Monday reset sort of vibe. I hope y'all enjoy. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, but hopefully this video will kind of get me back into my YouTube grind, so that's kind of the goal. But let's go ahead and jump in with my book haul. I really want to show you guys all the books that I've gotten recently, and then we will jump into the Monday reset and a little reading vlog. Starting off with the first book in my book haul, I got this one from one of my closest friends, Anna. This is From the Embers by Ali Martinez. I guess she got a little bit messed up in transit, but this one is supposed to be really good. Ali Martinez is a pretty popular author. I don't know if any of y'all have read any of her books, but I've heard pretty good things about her, so I'm excited to jump into this one. In the aftermath of tragedy, it's strange the things you remember. The deafening boom as the house exploded. The paralyzing fear as I searched for my wife. The blinding smoke burning my eyes as I carried her out. But carved into my soul for the rest of my days would be the earth-shattering realization that the woman in my arms wasn't my wife. If y'all hear a dog barking outside, I'm so sorry. Like, bring your dog inside. Bree and I were the only survivors. Not that either of us were truly living after that night. As a single dad with nowhere else to go, I moved into her guest house, and somehow through the guilt and grief, we forged an unlikely team. I didn't read the whole back of the book, but that's kind of the vibe of what this is giving. I'm really excited to jump into Ali Martinez's world. I feel like this one's gonna be really, really good, and Anna said that it was phenomenal. I think the dog stopped barking. I'm just like waiting. Next up, we have One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. If you don't know who Taylor Jenkins Reid is, her books are supposed to be so stinking good. She is so popular right now. I believe she's the author of The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. But yeah, I'm really excited to read my first book by her. I got a couple in here by her, so really excited to jump into her books. In her 20s, Emma Blair marries her high school sweetheart, Jesse. They build a life for themselves, far away from the expectations of their parents and the people of their hometown in Massachusetts. They travel the world together, Emma as a freelance writer, Jesse as a production assistant on nature documentaries, living life to the fullest and seizing every opportunity for adventure. On their first wedding anniversary, Jesse is on an assignment in the Aleutian Islands when his helicopter goes missing over the Pacific. Just like that, Jesse is gone forever. Emma quits her job and moves home in an effort to put her life back together. Years later, now in her 30s, Emma runs into an old friend, Sam, and finds herself falling in love again. When Emma and Sam get engaged, it feels like Emma's second chance at happiness. That is, until Jesse is found. He's alive and he's been trying to come home to her all these years. Emma now has a husband and a fiance, but who is her one true love? And what does it even mean to love truly? This sounds so freaking good. Like, this sounds so good. I am so excited to read this. Next up, we have yet another book from Anna. This is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I'm not going to read the back of this one just because I feel like this one is talked about so much that people already know pretty much what it's about, but heard too many good things about this. It's a beautiful edition of the book. So excited. Look at the inside. Absolutely stunning, so cannot wait to read this one. Next up, another book from Anna. This is November 9th by Colleen Hoover. Another book I'm not going to read the back of just because, I mean, I feel like everybody already knows Colleen Hoover's books, but very excited for this one. I've heard it's really sad, and I've heard it's one of her best books, so at least from my friends, but very excited to add this one to my shelves. Next up, yet another book from Anna. This is The Darkest Sunrise by Ali Martinez. Another book by her. This one looks real spicy, so I'm excited. The back says, "Sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never harm me. Whoever coined that phrase is a bald-faced liar. Words are often the sharpest weapon of all, triggering some of the most powerful emotions a human can experience. You're pregnant. It's a boy. Your son needs a heart transplant. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never harm me. Lies. Syllables and letters may not be tangible, but they can still destroy your entire life faster than a bullet from a gun. 2 words, that's all it took to extinguish the sun from my sky. He's gone. For 10 years, the darkness consumed me. In the end, it was 4 deep, gravelly words that gave me hope of another sunrise. Hi, I'm Porter Reese. Y'all, The back of this book really just did it for me. This looks so stinking good. I am so excited. It looks so spicy, so I am definitely excited to jump into this one. It is the Darkest Sunrise Duet #1. Don't really know what that means. I don't know if this is like a part of a series. I'm assuming that's what it means. Very excited. 2 more books from Anna. The first one is Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. Not gonna read the back of this one. I'm sure everybody has already read it. I am late to the train, I understand, but I've always wanted to read this one. I've heard it's really, really spicy, but sometimes, let's be honest, a girl is in the mood for some spice. Interested to see how this one goes. Anna said that she couldn't get all the way through it just because she felt like it was a little bit cringe, so we'll see if I like this one. And then the last book from Anna is Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. It says, at the age of 29, Hannah Martin still has no idea what she wants to do with her life. She has lived in 6 different cities and has held countless meaningless jobs since college, but on the heels of a disastrous breakup, she has finally returned to her hometown of LA. To celebrate her first night back, her best friend Gabby takes Hannah out to a bar, where she bumps into her high school boyfriend Ethan. It's just past midnight when Gabby asks Hannah if she's ready to go. Ethan quickly offers to give her a ride later if she wants to stay. Hannah hesitates. What happens if she leaves with Gabby? What happens if she leaves with Ethan? In concurrent storylines, Hannah lives out the effects of each decision. Quickly, these parallel universes develop into surprisingly different stories with far-reaching consequences for Hannah and the people around her, raising questions including, is anything meant to be? How much in our lives is determined by chance? And perhaps most compellingly, is there such thing as a soulmate? Hannah believes there is, and in both worlds, she believes she's found him. I've never really read a book that has concurrent storylines, so I'm interested to see how this one turns out, but I'm excited to dive into it and see how I like it. Next up, we have a couple books that I bought very recently at Target. They had a buy 2 get 1 free sale going on. So first up, I got Wild and Wrangled by Lila Sage. I think I read the first book to the series on my YouTube channel and I have loved it so far. I'm obsessed. They are interconnected romance standalones. Very, very good. Would definitely recommend this series. Y'all hear that? I hope the dogs are not too apparent in this video. They are barking their heads off, but I believe they're going to be doing that for a long time and I really don't have the time to wait for them to stop. So we're just gonna keep going. Please ignore it. I apologize. Next up, we have Deep End by Ellie Hazelwood. This is a freaking beautiful copy. Hello. I love the sprayed edges. Gorgeous. This one is a pretty new release by Ellie Hazelwood. She just came out with one after this, but I still haven't read this one and I really am interested in reading it and seeing how it goes. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews about this one. Scarlett Vandermeer is swimming upstream. A junior at Stanford and a student athlete who specializes in platform diving, Scarlett prefers to keep her head down, concentrating on getting into med school and on recovering from the injury that almost ended her career. She has no time for relationships, at least that's what she tells herself. Swim captain, world champion, and all-around aquatics golden boy, Lucas Blomqvist thrives on discipline. It's how he wins gold medals and breaks records, complete focus with every stroke. On the surface, Lucas and Scarlett have nothing in common until a well-guarded secret slips out and everything changes. So they start an arrangement, and as the pressure leading to the Olympics heats up, so does their relationship. It was supposed to be just a temporary, mutually satisfying fling, but when staying away from Lucas becomes impossible, Scarlett realizes that her heart might be treading into dangerous water. Sounds good. I'm interested to see how this goes. Next up, I got Powerless. This is by Lauren Roberts. I'm not gonna really say anything about this book just because it's talked about so much, but beautiful romantasy. Very excited to try this one out and to see how it goes. I also just finished Throne of Glass and I've been dying to get back into a really good romantasy series, so very excited to try that one out. Then I have a little London book haul. These are the 3 books that I brought home with me. First up, we have Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson. This is the UK cover. I literally only bought this because it's so stinking beautiful. This is absolutely stunning. This is a part of the Stormlight Archive series. I've read it on my channel before and y'all know how much I love it, so very excited to add this to my collection and add this to my shelves. Then I got Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. Y'all, if you don't know what this book is, what are you doing? This is the first book in the Lord of the Rings series. I am a huge Lord of the Rings fan, like big fan. So I bought this specifically because I was in Cambridge, and in Cambridge they have a pub called the Green Dragon where J.R.R. Tolkien actually spent a lot of his time writing the Lord of the Rings series and The Hobbit. The Lord of the Rings geek in me freaked out and I bought this so that they could sign it. Very cool. They totally spelled this wrong, but they wrote have a flagon at the Green Dragon. So stinking cute. I love it so much. This is one of my favorite favorite memories now from that trip. They made us Lord of the Rings themed drinks and it was so much fun. So I love this book. So excited to have this. And then finally we have Fearless by Lauren Roberts. This is the last in the Powerless series. I only bought it because look how gorgeous this is. I know I have never read the series, but I just had to have this edition. Look how stinking pretty. It is just so stunning to me. But yeah, and the dust jacket is stinking beautiful. This is so cool to me. I'm obsessed. But yeah, and also another really cool thing about this is that Lauren Roberts actually went to the bookstore I bought it at and had a little event there and signed it. So very, very cool. I love this edition. I think it's absolutely gorgeous and so happy to have this in my collection. But that was my book haul. I really want to go and get myself a little bit of fuel at Starbucks before I resume the room cleaning, organization, and reading my book. So okay everybody, I just realized y'all have not been in my new car, so welcome to my new car. It's my cute little Mazda. I love her. I was gonna try to figure out how I could film in my car from now on just because it's different, but there's literally like there's nowhere to put you guys. Like, look at this. And I can't put it behind this, so I'm just gonna have to figure that out. But we're gonna go ahead and head over to Starbucks. I was gonna film myself, like, getting my Starbucks and everything, but I literally can't because there's nowhere to put you guys. So it is, like, borderline impossible to set this camera up in this car. I wish I had thought about that when I bought this car. But anyways, I'm gonna go get my Starbucks. I gotta get some gas, and then I'll be back, and I'm gonna start doing my room cleaning. I really just need to organize my Jellycat shelves, and then also my bookshelves. I kind of want to reorganize, but I don't know yet. I also realized that I need to edit today, so we're definitely gonna need this coffee. But it is 1:09 and I have also, look at this cute little picture of me, and I have a movie at 5:30, so I'm gonna try to get as much done today as I possibly can, and then I'll let y'all go. That is the plan. Okay y'all, I'm back. I got my coffee. I just got a little caramel macchiato from Starbucks, but first order of business is to make my bed and then put my Jellycats back on those shelves up there. So let's go ahead and start and do that. This is how the bed is looking. I think it looks pretty dang good. I love my little smudge collection right there. It just brings me so much joy. But yeah, I went ahead and put all my Jellycats away from the last video. They were all on my floor since I did that collection video, and I put them all away and it looks pretty good. Okay, now I need to figure out where this stack and then the other stack of books is gonna go on my bookshelf. So let's go ahead and try to organize that. Okay, y'all, I literally just filmed this clip of me putting all these books in my bookshelves, and then sometimes I go back through and rewatch my footage and I realized that I totally deleted that footage. So oops, this is me refilming, but I'm gonna go ahead and put all of these books, this big pile of books right here, in my bookshelf and try to organize it in some decent way. But I wanted to show y'all something super random. My friend Anna, which I've talked about her several times in this video so far, she got me this cute little Lego like planter, and there's another yellow one that goes with it, and they are so stinking cute. Like, look how cute this is for my bookshelves. I love it so much. But yeah, so let me go ahead and throw all these books in my bookshelves, and then I think the clip after this I'm editing, but I was editing and filming that, and then my Adobe Premiere Pro like completely just like crashed out. So I think after this I'm going to read. So you'll see that clip of me editing, and then I kind of got through a little bit of the video, and then I think I'm gonna read. I'm currently reading Edge Dancer by Brandon Sanderson. So if y'all saw, one time I filmed a video of me reading The Way of Kings from the Stormlight archive, and this is one of the novellas that go in the series. So I'm reading this, and then next I'm gonna read Oathbringer, and I am gonna film a video about that, so very excited for that. Gotta finish that today. So I'm gonna put all these books in my bookshelves, and then I'm gonna read, and then I think I might film after the movie. I'm not sure yet, but we're going to see Jujutsu Kaisen, the new movie for that series. If you're an anime watcher, you know. If you're not an anime watcher, you should watch Jujutsu Kaisen anyway. It's amazing. Okay, this is how this bottom bookshelf is looking. I know it's super crammed, but I honestly really like my books that way. And I know some people say it is bad for their moisture and it messes them up, but they're not going to be here for long. So love this shelf. I think it's so cute. I just put my little Taylor Jenkins Reid books together. And then this shelf is kind of just like my leftover fantasy bookshelf. I have my ACOTAR series on a shelf higher up just because it's one of my favorites. But this is my Throne of Glass series. I have a little Jellycat, my little Breath of the Wild Lego set, and then I just have my Powerless and the Fellowship of the Ring books. And then up here is my Brandon Sanderson shelf. I have this cute little Kiki's Delivery Service sketchbook, and then behind that is my new Brandon Sanderson edition. I really like the way that they turned out. I think what I want to do now is continue editing, so I'm going to do that and I'm going to take y'all along with me. And then I think after that we're going to read, and then I have my movie. It is now time to read. I'm currently reading Edge Dancer, like I said. I think I only have like 70 pages left of this, so I'm gonna try to finish it before the movie. So let's go ahead and read this book. Okay, welcome to my desk. Before I start reading this, I just want to give y'all a random little update about Stormlight Archive stuff. If you're a reader, if you're not, you can skip this. And if you think it's boring, I mean, skip right through. Y'all, this book has been so good. This is about Lift, which is one of the more like random characters that kind of like randomly pops up in Words of Radiance. And I liked her at first. I thought she was interesting, but I feel like this book has really just solidified how much I like her character. I feel like Brandon Sanderson does such a good job of like getting these random characters to have such complex backstories and just like really including them in a important way in the series. Like I feel like in a Stormlight Archive series there's so many random characters that have such good backstories that are also just so important to the series that really just become some of my most favorite characters. And I don't know how he does it. I feel like in other book series, like I don't really care about those characters that much, but in the Stormlight Archive, I have noticed a trend where all these random characters that are just like really important in very specific ways, I'm just like obsessed with and I miss and I love. So it's just been so good. And I feel like learning about Lift and her and Wendell, her little Spren, has just been such a fun experience and just has been so entertaining to me. And I love the way that she talks and her backstory of being just like a little street urchin doing her thing and not really knowing what her purpose is. It's just so important, and I don't know, I just love her. And I'm excited to see how this ties into the rest of the series in Oathbringer and really just the upcoming books. So excited to see what role she plays in books coming up, but very excited to finish this book as well. So yeah, let's keep reading. I literally have 5 pages left. I feel like I'm learning so much about this series. Like, we're meeting Heralds is crazy, and then also like the Knights Radiant, like we're meeting so many characters that are so awesome to me. But yeah, it's gotten extremely good. I love this book so much. It's actually such a good companion to the series. But 5 more pages and then we'll be done. Okay, y'all, we finished. That was so good. Oh my gosh, I love Brandon Sanderson's writing so much. It's just so unique. Like, all of his characters are just so different in their own beautiful ways, and this was so good. I feel like this just went along with the series so perfectly. I had such a good time getting to know Lift and Wendell and just her personality and who she is, and learning more about the other characters and what's happening in the bigger picture in the series. So good. I mean, wow, this was great. I would probably rate this maybe 4 stars or 4.5. It was a little slow at times, but also like I was kind of expecting that for a novella, and just getting to know her as a character. Sometimes that can be a little bit slower, but was so good. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I'm pretty much stuck between a 4 and a 4.5 star, but absolutely phenomenal. That's it for reading for today. I think I might start Oathbringer, but that'll be a different video. But yeah, honestly, I feel like that might just be it for this video. I know this video was so chill. It was just so like hang out with me sort of thing. I had a good time. I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna try to be back on my YouTube grind, and I'm super excited about that. But I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being so patient with me and with my posting and my videos, and I hope you enjoyed this one. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.